everybody, it's Christina here, and today I have another card to make for you from the Build a Cupcake card kit, and this comes with the Card Makers collection. So in this kit you get the embossing folder, you get the dies to make your cupcakes, you get several stamps and some really pretty papers that you can use on your cards. So to make my card I have a top folding base card. I've used some of the paper from the paper pack as a layer, and I've cut myself a smaller layer that's going to sit along there, and this is the layer that I need to stamp the sentiment on. Now I want to write happy birthday, celebrate, but if you put the two stamps together, and I'll show you what I mean, if you put the two stamps together you'll end up with quite a big space between the words. So what I want to do is stamp them separately. So I'm going to put happy birthday down first, and then underneath that, because I can now adjust the spacing, I'm going to write celebrate, and they're closely together. Once I've got the words stamped onto my panel, I can then put it in the embossing folder, run it through the die cutting machine, and this is what I will have. So what I need to do now is stamp my cake base. I'm just going to pop that on some scrap card, and it's not stamped properly at the bottom, so I'll just do that again. Now once I've done that, I'm going to cut it, I'm going to colour it, and then fussy cut it out so that I've got my base there. So I've got my cake base ready, and from the dies I've cut a silver case, I've cut a cream layer from the middle part, and then I've cut 3 for the top parts, and we're going to use this as vanilla, strawberry and chocolate, and then we've got the cherry that will sit on the top. Now I've also cut myself a scalloped oval to sit on the front of the card, and these are all the pieces that I need now to start assembling my card. So I'm going to glue this paper in place. And we'll just leave a small border around the edge. Put foam pads on the back of this, some foam tape, and I'm just going to add this to the front of my card, and again just leave a small border around the edge. And I've put foam tape on the back of my scalloped oval, and I'm going to pop this down at the bottom and off centre. So with some foam pads on the back of my cake stand, I'm going to add that in just off centre from the oval, and again with foam pads on the back of the other pieces I'm going to add these in as well. So we'll add this to sit on the cake stand, and we'll put the vanilla layer in just along there. And on the top of that I'm going to put the other piece to the vanilla part, and I'm going to add the other pieces in along here. Now because this is all raised up, I probably need a double layer of foam pads on this chocolate one. So I just added in another one, and we're going to sit that along there. So I've decided to leave the chocolate layer off the cake, and I've just added in the cherry on the top there. Now what I can do is take a glue pen and just trace out all the embossing that's in the top of the die cut. So with a glue pen I'm just tracing out these ripples in the cake, or ice cream if you wish, and then I'm just going to sprinkle that with some glitter. So there we have another card created with the cupcake special from the Card Makers collection. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, please give it the thumbs up, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching. you.